Hey everyone, it's Jumping Around the Gamer here, and we are back again with Mass Effect. In the last episode, we literally just did the prologue mission. We were just doing Eden Prime, I think, and then we left off on the Normandy. So without further ado, press resume, get back into the game. Not really sure what to do today. Might do some. Oh yeah, we also talked to Ashley, Dr. Chackworth, and well, Kane just had the one voice line. But yeah, we got talked to them. There's obviously my locker, delicious Omni Gel. Don't know why I said that.
Joker's waiting for you on the bridge, Commander.
Yep, thank you. Let's go to journal. Yeah, just said speak to Joker. So we don't have any other squad mates right now, obviously. So let's just go up and speak to Joker. We don't have anyone else to talk to. Wait, Captain Anderson is down here, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, this is his office. Over here. Let's see if he has anything to say.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready.
Okay.
Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Got it, Captain. Well, he didn't have anything to say. So let's just go upstairs, speak to Joker. You know, I really love the music and sound design in this game. Oh, hey, Presley.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Yeah, that's what happened last time. We lost Jenkins on Eden Prime. If you guys haven't watched the previous episode, I do suggest you go and do it. Watch that, as the story will make a lot more sense if you do. Anyway, hello Joker. What's poppin'?
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money?
Okay, we just voice line pause there. Bit weird. Here we are. That sort of like pinky purple cloud nebula. And there it is, the Citadel. Beautiful, isn't it? I really like the way the colours contrast.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Very true.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You
Thank
may
you,
begin
man.
your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower, Normandy out.
Let's do this.
Normandy, this is
So,
Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
let's have a little explore of the Citadel. Pretty sure we need to talk to the council. I think. Pretty sure that was what Anderson said last time. And here we are. Wow.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Jesus Christ.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from
Glad
Eden
to be
Prime.
here, mate.
In case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
Yeah, they are.
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They
Thanks.
were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
I mean, yeah. So he's dangerous.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped.
The Council has to listen to us.
Yeah, they do.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres.
I didn't do
the
shit.
mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
Well, thanks, I guess.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Thanks. Why are you being such a jackass? I'm Udina. Ooh. Computer. Decrypt that. Alliance Patrol report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argus Rho cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do we want to send in a recon team? Oh, got something added to the journal. Ha, side quest. Go to the tower to have an audience with the council. Very good. Okay, while I'm here, I will just do the codex. The Codex Entries, at least for the primary ones. Might do the secondary ones another time because, well, obviously I have to read them out myself. Anyway, council races.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the
Hold on, I need to turn up dialogue just a little bit, just for this. Anyway.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy.
See, so they all work
Despite
together.
a colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157.
Understandable, I suppose.
Which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
I mean, it makes sense, because without a war, I mean, you're not just gonna just forget about it anytime soon, are you? Because even though, obviously, humans and Turians are allies, which, you know, is a good thing, it just takes time to just work these things out. Let's go on to extinct races.
50,000 years ago,
Ooh, the Proteans
were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains.
Like the beacons.
They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kajay, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens.
I mean, it makes sense, because, I mean, if you found ruins on either on planets or on nearby planets, it sort of like backs that up, doesn't it? Because why else would they be there? Obviously, the reason it's on Mars was our observation post, and because, well, there's no life on Mars, is there? Certainly not now. Obviously, in the Mass Effect universe, it's the same thing. Obviously they were observing humanity, in a way. Let's go on to non-council races.
The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society. The Geth possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves.
Interesting.
In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race.
Fascinating.
Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus Arm, beyond the lawless Terminus systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque gas and dust, lies between their space and the Terminus systems.
Huh. It's very interesting the way that the intelligence all works together. That's fascinating. Let's do non-sapient creatures.
After the Geth secure a location, they round up and impale dead and living bodies on mechanical spikes. The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks, extracting water and trace minerals, and replacing them with cybernetics. The cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and tissue, transforming the bodies into mindless killing machines.
Yeah, we saw that on Eden Prime.
Soldiers refer to the husk-generating spikes as dragon's teeth, a reference to the mythological berserkers who sprang up from the earth wherever the teeth of the dragon Eris were planted. Dragon's teeth and husks bear little resemblance to other pieces of Geth technology. No one is sure why a synthetic race would bother to drain the minuscule amount of recoverable resources from organic corpses, though the value of reusing them as shock troops is obvious.
Yeah, it is a good point. It's very strange as to why they'd use it in the first place. Citadel and Galactic Government.
The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel Council chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community.
Well, obviously, that makes sense.
Known as the wards extend from the Presidium. Their inner surfaces have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy.
That's pretty cool,
actually. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed,
that's pretty cool, actually.
An enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it.
Cool.
The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian Hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two.
Makes
and
sense.
all have
They
a
need to work
vested
together.
interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general
press X to
characteristics
doubt.
associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions.
Okay, that does make sense in a way.
Members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165.
That's very cool, actually.
Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy.
That's important.
Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council.
Oh, really?
For many years they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation.
It makes sense. It's all like Black Ops, in a way. Aren't they? It's all like working behind the scenes.
Humanity's first contact with an alien race occurred in 2157. At that time, the Alliance allowed survey fleets to activate any dormant mass relays discovered, a practice considered dangerous and irresponsible by Council-aligned races.
It is
when
kind
a
of.
Turian patrol discovered a human fleet attempting to activate a relay, they attacked. One human vessel survived, retreating to the colony of Shanxi. The Turians followed, quickly defeating the local forces. Shanxi was occupied, the first and to date only human world to be conquered by an alien species. The Turians believed the handful of ships they defeated represented the bulk of human defenses, so they were unprepared when the Second Fleet, under Admiral Castany Drescher, launched a strong counter-offensive, evicting them from Shanxi. The Turians mobilized for full-scale war, drawing the attention of the rest of the galaxy. The Council quickly intervened, forcing a truce. Fortunately for humanity, the First Contact War was ended with a diplomatic solution.
Yeah, because I wanted to bet humanity would have got its arse kicked by the Turians if the truce hadn't been brokered.
The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole.
Interesting.
The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality.
That's cool.
Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the Alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively.
They got balls.
Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity.
You see, while everyone else was arguing, they actually got up and did something. Talk about planets and locations.
The Terminus systems are located on the far side of the Attican Traverse, beyond the space administered by the Citadel Council or claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. It is populated by a loose affiliation of minor species.
Minor
in their refusal to acknowledge the political authority of the Council or adhere to the Citadel Conventions. Their independence comes at a price. The Terminus is fraught with conflict. War among the various species is common, as governments and dictators constantly rise and fall. The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade. At least once a year, a fleet from the Terminus invades the nearby Attican Traverse. These attacks are typically small raids against poorly defended colonies. The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the Terminus systems could unify the disparate species against their common foe, triggering a long and costly war.
So they don't want to help because they fear that they'll get retaliated against. What the fuck? Anyways, look at technology.
Biotics is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create mass effect fields through the use of electrical impulses from the brain. Intense training and surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce mass effect fields powerful enough for practical use. The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are 3 branches of biotics: Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects.
Ooh.
Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Spatial distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Ooh. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of an in utero exposure to element 0. This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim. But in rare cases, it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system.
Very, very high price.
Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system to protect the wearer. The inner layer consists of fabric armor with kinetic padding. Areas that don't need to be flexible, such as the chest or shins, are reinforced with sheets of lightweight ablative ceramic.
That makes sense. You've got to be able to move around.
Kinetic barriers. Objects traveling above a certain speed will trigger the barrier's reflex system and be deflected, provided there is enough energy left in the shield's power cell. Armored hard suits are sealable to protect the wearer from extremes of temperature and atmosphere.
Cool.
Standard equipment includes an onboard mini-frame and a communications, navigation, and sensing
Very
suite.
useful.
The mini-frame is designed to accept and display data from a weapon's smart targeting system to make it easier to locate and eliminate enemies.
That's pretty useful actually.
Kinetic barriers, more commonly called shields, provide protection against most mass accelerator weapons. Whether on a starship or a soldier's suit of armor, the basic principle remains the same. Kinetic barriers are repulsive mass effect fields, projected from tiny emitters. These shields safely deflect small objects traveling at rapid velocities. This affords protection from bullets and other dangerous projectiles, but still allows the user to sit down without knocking away their chair. The shielding afforded by kinetic barriers does not protect against extremes of temperature, toxins, or radiation.
That makes sense. You've got to be able to actually sit down, and it is literally just like protecting against kinetic energy. Isn't like a proper protective, against like temperature and stuff.
Medigel is a common medicinal salve used by paramedics, EMTs, and military personnel. It combines several useful applications: a local anesthetic, disinfectant, and clotting agent all in one. Once applied, the gel is designed to grip tight to flesh until subjected to a frequency of ultrasound. It is sealable against liquids, most notably blood, as well as contaminants and gases. The gel is a genetically engineered bioplasm created by the CERTA Foundation, a medical technology megacorp based on Earth. Technically, Medigel violates council laws against genetic engineering, but to date, it has proved far too useful to ban.
Yeah, I mean, anesthetic, disinfectant, and clotting agent, that's incredibly useful. I'll do the secondary ones another time because we've already been here like 15 minutes just talking about, well, we weren't, just reading these out. Well, it was automated voice, if you know what I mean. Anyway, carrying on. Let's have a look around. Let's go in here.
I understand what you're saying, but these allegations are very
What's
serious.
up, guys?
I can't just... This is serious. My reputation is... Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
Sorry to interrupt. Go about.
Thanks to you,
I need to turn the sound down because let's see. Oh no, 45%.
Human, good day.
I need to talk to you again.
Strange greeting, human. This is really not a good time.
What's wrong?
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you?
Yeah, I did.
This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What happened?
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive.
Oh, I understand.
Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where is she?
Where can I find the Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here.
Oh.
Her offices are easy enough to spot.
Okay.
Good day, human.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I'll go see her. Hey, Din Korlak.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din.
Huh.
At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
You're not being very nice, mate. Let's ask about the embassy.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
Yeah. I've been in
this
there.
shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
Okay, mate. Let's ask about the Volus.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
No, I don't think so. I think it's fascinating. Ask about history.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Yeah, I sort of learned that the Council isn't particularly good at what they're doing, to be honest. Let's ask about culture.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status.
That's interesting.
Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing.
I can see.
Since we're not physically adept,
from what you described,
we trade our services for protection.
Cool. Let's ask about Ambassador.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din. The Council favors your species greatly.
Oh, really?
You are naive. The EarthClan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Let's ask about Council admittance.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
Good question.
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the EarthClans, it would seem.
We aren't on the Council either.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait?
I have no idea.
Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
But I don't know, okay? Why so cranky?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Cool.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Yeah, I don't think, well, say the Turians, Asarians, Solarians seem to be the only ones that actually have any sort of like official power in a way. I should go.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, EarthClan.
Let's talk to Kaelin.
Please greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind.
Well, thank you, man.
I am Ambassador Kaelin. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Your speech. Huh.
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements.
Ah, I see.
Plainly,
language barrier?
We discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Yeah.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
I care.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Huh. Let's talk about the Elcor.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Let's talk about history.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
Yeah, I really want to know this,
actually.
actually.
We were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel.
Fascinating.
Proudly. Within one lifetime, we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
Let's ask about culture.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups, though we are always welcoming to outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
So it's like the Volus and Elcor are sort of like opposites in a way with their culture, whereas the Volus society is very, very malleable and the government is always shifting and changing, as Din just said. Whereas Kalen is the opposite. It tends to be very stable, not comfortable with sudden changes. Let's ask about Ambassador.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
I think they do.
Rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Well, thank you for sticking up for me, Kalen. Well, there's nothing more to ask, so I should go.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Thank you, bro. Hey, little keeper buddy. How you doing? You good? Yeah. Anyway, onward. Sudina's office. Can't go through that door. So let's go down here. Oh, hello. Receptionist.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
Commander?
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
Oh, I'm a notable person. Location?
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies.
Yeah,
if you have more questions, please access Avina.
Avina?
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
Okay. Sure, I'll do that. So I'll ask a personal question.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You busy?
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
Huh, yeah. I can imagine. Anyway, goodbye.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Thank you, miss.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
This is the Avina terminal.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
Are you real?
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel.
It's like
I
Alexa.
may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Sounds interesting.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters.
Ooh,
on the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Ask about things. Let's ask about CSEC.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards.
So like the police,
Executor
basically.
Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Cool. Well, if I have time, I'll go speak to him. Let's ask about the embassies.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium.
That makes sense, obviously.
The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why was humanity opposed?
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
What do you think?
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
So you obviously just a VI, basically. Why were the Volus first?
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
Yeah, I'd like to know that, actually.
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space.
Not the Turians,
They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you've done a lot, you get rewarded. With just an embassy?
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster.
Okay, that makes sense.
It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
Oh, sorry, lesser species?
That's pretty damn arrogant.
Yeah, it is.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
I don't know who... Someone who programmed Davina. Jesus Christ. Let's ask about specters.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is hand-picked by the Council.
Cool.
Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
Fascinating. Let's ask about the Council.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion.
Cool.
Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
Sounds too perfect.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment.
Yeah.
My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Anyway, let's log off.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Well, you know what? I think I'm going to leave today's episode here. Obviously, it's a bit of a shorter one. They're just docking on Citadel and then just reading through Codex and stuff, the Codex Entries and stuff. Talking to Din Korlak, Kaelin, learning about the Volus and Elcor, and obviously talking to Avina. They're just more of a educational episode. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. It's a bit of a shorter one today. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me and helps the channel out loads. And without further ado, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.